building a strong leadership team that is focused on improving outcomes for students and ensuring that the school system is responsive to the needs of schools are key priority areas that the Board of Education and I have identified as foundational goals. As our new Deputy Superintendent for Instruction in School Communities, Dr. Curtis will have oversight over our school portfolio, student support services, and our teaching and learning departments. She will be joining our current efforts at opening and planning the 2 new middle schools for next fall and be a collaborative partner to me as superintendent and to other senior district leaders as we identify key strategies for narrowing and ultimately closing our persistent achievement gaps in PPS and for ultimately improving graduation rates. Today's personnel announcement is about concretely signaling to our families and educators that PPS is taking important steps towards developing a strong academic agenda and changing the narrative to one of a forward-thinking school system. With Dr. Yvonne Curtis coming aboard and our combined experience as instructional leaders, we are doubling down on strengthening teaching and learning across the district for the 49,000 students that attend our schools. With that, I'm going to turn the mic over to Yvonne so that she can speak directly with you, and I know that she will share with you why she's excited about this new role and why she has decided to join the call to action here at PPS. Then we'll both be happy to take your questions.
Thank you, Superintendent Guerrero, and thank you all of you for coming. I could say this was an easy decision to decide to come and serve here as a deputy in charge of instruction instead of being a superintendent. But actually, I'm really ready for this. It's time for me to do this. When you're a superintendent, there's many things you attend to. And the part that I love the most is focusing on teaching and learning. This is the way we can ensure our students have a future. We need to help them graduate from high school ready with a plan. They might go to careers, they might go to college, they might go back and forth. In this world, things change quickly. We need to have them ready for that. I can't wait to get started with my work in PPS. This morning I've met some of our leaders, and it was hard to pull away from those conversations to come here just because there are so many great people here already excited and eager. I look forward to learning about all the brilliance that's already in the system. I know there's wonderful teachers, administrators, fabulous students, and I just want to find out what are they already doing, how do we weave that all together to ensure that every student has what they need. My entire career has been in schools and in school districts that have had the most underserved students, students who oftentimes people don't see raising to high levels of academic achievement, and we've always been able to show people that oftentimes those students have assets that nobody has even looked at yet. And those are the assets that we all need as a community to make our community stronger, to make our state stronger, and to make our world stronger. Guadalupe and I are so excited to be working together. I love his vision. We see eye to eye on instruction and the way that we have to weave everything together. It's not just about academics, it's not just about the enrichment experiences, it really is looking at that whole experience and ensuring every student gets those opportunities. I'm ready to work with him side by side and dive into the equity work. Equity work has been something that I have been very focused on. In fact, in my district that I am just coming from, it has a flourishing focus and work that's been very comprehensive on equity, and I've led that work myself. I think it's so important from the very top levels of our system to stand and lead from an equity stance, and that's what I intend to do here, to bring everybody along who wants to do that work. Very soon we'll open 2 middle schools that will do so much for historically underserved communities in North and Northeast Portland, to make sure that we have our curriculum and instruction at the very highest level. We have the opportunity in Portland to be the model for the whole state around instructional practice. and to become a leading model in urban school districts across the country. PPS is a unique district. It's the biggest one in the state. It's very, very diverse, has multiple communities with different community cultures. And that is the richness of Portland. That's the richness of PPS and what we need to bring together. Unlike so many other large urban districts, it's maintained a dedicated community that is very focused on the school district, that is passionate and wants to come together and work with us. I'm ready to help us tap into that. The city has just approved the biggest bond in state history, and I've just heard from some of the senior leaders about great vision. We need to have these schools look like where they're going to go for careers. And we need to make sure that there's multiple pathways and that kids know how to navigate those multiple pathways, because as kids grow and they learn different things, they become passionate about different things, they need to be able to move through those different pathways and understand how to graduate so they have what they need to step into that next step. Sometimes students go in different directions, but then they don't know how to navigate and put all the assets and everything they've learned together to be able to really take that next step right when they graduate and get out of our high schools. This is a city that demands very much of its schools, and I'm eager to take a position where I can help meet those demands on a daily basis. So I welcome all of you to come together with us and help us focus the whole system on what's happening for teaching and learning for students. Help us support the teachers and the administrators and all of the support staff that are there for our children every day. They need us. They need us to help them take all of their strengths and be able to deliver for every student. Thank you. I'm honored to be here.